Peace and blessings, divine spirit beings. Welcome to Spiritual Healing once more again. I know it's been a long time since I've made videos, but today I just want to make a short one. It's more about how we limit God and say that God of a certain religion. And when we talk about that, it should be spoken that we are not talking about the supreme God, because I've discovered a lot of information, and I've discovered that source is energy. Source is energy that exists within all. Is source of everything. When you start saying God, that's where it starts being limited. It's you limiting who God is, who's the supreme. When you say God, we are mostly talking about God with a small g, but when we talk about the supreme source, we talk about everything, because the supreme source is in everything. I'm talking about me, the clothes that I'm wearing, these beads, the tree behind me, the house next to me, the ground, the atmosphere, the heavens, the space, other planets, other galaxies. That's why we're talking about the supreme source. And to validate what I'm saying right now, let's talk about the flower of life. The flower of life is everywhere. I started knowing about the flower of life when I studied the flower of life book of Trunvalo Melchizedek, and then I started rediscovering that the flower of life is there in China, in Russia, in South America, like the parts of Iraq, that's flower of life symbols carved in stone tablets, carved on pyramids walls, as well as pyramids. Pyramids exist everywhere. There are pyramids in South America by the Incas, by the Mayans. They found out they were not the people who built those pyramids, I must say. And even the other pyramids were not built by us, but were built by beings out of space, beings that we call aliens, beings that we even misunderstood and took them as gods. And this is why we have so many gods. And even them as well, when they saw us bowing to them, they felt a sense of power, and they started telling us that we should see them as God and we should bow to them as gods, worship them as gods. But in the Judeo-Christian Bible, when they say God, they are talking about Enlil, Enlil, who is the brother of Enki. And now my journey is more about studying spirituality as a whole, spirituality as it is, because spirituality, we can never limit it to just Hinduism alone. No. Even the gurus who do that, I don't go for that. I don't want to say that because Hinduism has a lot. I don't want to lie. Hinduism has a lot to offer in spirituality. I don't know why even those who are in power didn't destroy a lot of things in India, or in the Indus Valley. They have their reasons, and they destroyed a lot of information in the South America. They destroyed a lot of information in Africa. They destroyed a lot of information even in the Middle Eastern parts of the world. I don't know why. Maybe those parts are the parts that had keys to unlocking the chakras, or to enlightening us as beings in this earth. But due to the fall of Atlantis, it fell because of people like that, people who were after power, ruling power, who were after being kings and queens of this earth and having that much power that they can control every living being, every human being in this earth. So with me, it has been something that I just rediscovered that, the reason for the fall of Atlantis is due to things like that. Even practices of meditation, you will find it everywhere. You will find it everywhere in the world. yoga everywhere in the world. You go to the Kemites, the Egyptians, they used to do yoga. You come to the Zulus, they will tell you about Umbelini, which is a yoga practice known as Samadhi, known as the state of Samadhi, where they will tell you about a certain energy that is coiled like a snake, which is Kundalini. This is something that was practiced by the Zulus, in South Africa. You go and study astrology everywhere on earth. There's so many similarities in how they were calculating the stars, even through the pyramids, and pyramids were even misunderstood as tombs. A lot thought these are tombs for pharaohs. But if you go and study the pyramid of Giza, there is no cups found in there. It's only passages that are somehow connected to astrology. So it shows that pyramids are more than what we think they are. Even the Mayans and the Incas, they will tell you that these pyramids were not built by them, but actually were built by beings that came out of space, beings that came with flying cars that, had fire coming out of, their exhaust, and all that. So, because after the fall, and those beings who were power hungry, they somehow corrupted information, hid that information, because they knew if people discover this information, then whatever that they're doing would be lost. A lot of people will be awakened from the agenda that they are pushing. So being woke is actually seeing that you are not this physical being, but a spiritual being, an energy being. We can't limit ourselves to just one spirituality or to just one religion and say while we're doing that we can reach enlightenment. So it's different. So if we really believe that even after this time of people who are so corrupted, who are so focused in just having power to rule the whole world, we would find a complete information about source, the complete information about enlightenment, the complete information about life in just one religion. It can't happen like that. So I believe this is why the Buddha actually said, do not just believe in anything, do your own research and go for something that resonates with you. If you study this this saying of the Taoist about emptying your cup, is the best advice that anyone can get in this world. Be open-minded and study all this information. Go on YouTube, go on Google, study books, study the Emerald Tablet of Thought, and you will see why I'm doing this. You will understand why I'm doing this. But anyway, I believe right now the cup is full. People need to drink. I can give a lot of information, and even me, I need to also learn from you guys. I give thanks so much that you gave your energy, your effort. You just took your time and say, let me listen to Yogi Drawback and hear what he has to say, and please share your thoughts, enlighten me. Let's just grow in spirituality. Please as well subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. Like, share, comment, as well as recommend this channel, please, so this can grow and reach a lot of people. So not just my channel, there are a lot of channels out there, but obviously I will promote mine. It makes sense. So thank you for watching. May you have a beautiful life. Namaste, Hotep, Rastafari, Ashe, Nama Budaya. Love and light to you, all beings in this universe.